going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Here's the deal. The other day we went out and we actually finished the track bar for this truck. I didn't intro the video. I felt rushed. It was a couple days before I went to Siskiyou Diesel Fest, which we've been there already. You guys will see the video for that once I get it edited. Got this sweet hat from Tyler Kipp from Industrial Injection, and I think we might be, I don't know, I might be reaching out to him. Maybe we're going to do some sweet industrial stuff to this truck in a while, but that's not what today's about. The good thing about not introing the video for the track bar is I can show you now what we actually did. So if you can see it back there, nothing too fancy, just a nice new track bar. So what we did, you can see it up here, we went to EMF Rod Ends, super high quality ends. These things are a beast. They're built like a creeper joint, Johnny joint. That's what I compare them to because that's what I've used in the past. There's a two-piece, man, I don't even know what to call it, ball and socket type deal in there. There's a spherical ball in there. They're greasable, obviously, and there's an adjustment nut in here. I don't know if you can see that, but you can get in there with a spanner. You can tighten them up if they get loose, or you can rebuild them. So those are 7/8 by, well, 7/8 thread, and then what we have is a 18mm bolt. And then what we went with tubing, we actually went with 1 3/4 quarter wall, 1 1/4 ID, would, you know, beefy piece of tube built. And if you guys watched when we actually did the mock-up video, the piece I bought was 1 3/4 120 wall. It was just a mild, you know, steel piece of tube, and we bent that at 15 degrees. When I put that in here, it was marginal at best. So we actually went through, we made our bends at 20 degrees, top and bottom, and then that basically lined it up where it needed to be. So this angle down here is pretty parallel, and likewise with that top angle is pretty parallel. And then we have our drop. I wanted a pretty good rise because, one, the truck is lifted pretty good. It's sitting about 8 inches, but I wanted to make damn sure that we didn't get anywhere near the pumpkin. We have no issues with the third member at all. What else? Oh, the big mistake, my big mistake, if I had to do this again, this is where I screwed up. So EMF Rod Ends, they offer 2 versions of these rod ends, and they're built specifically for the track bar mounts on these trucks. That the spherical ball inside and the compensator that's built into that ball is machined. Oh man, I can't remember the width right now, but anyway, it fits in that bracket perfectly. But the 2 options is a 16mm and an 18mm. I don't remember the year break, but these trucks, this late third, had a 16mm bolt, right? So I thought I'm going to upgrade that at the same time and go to an M18 bolt, which the 4th gens, there's certain year on the 4th gens and up that use that M18 track bar bolt. That's why they offer those 2 options. Well, if I had to do it again, I would stick with the 16 for the simple fact that I looked everywhere in town. Everywhere. And it's a small town, but we have Napa, O'Reilly's, AutoZone. We have a True Value. You know, there's different places that get hardware. Not a single place in this town sells an M18 bolt. It's pretty excessive. But you can go out and get a 3/4 inch bolt, no problem. If you guys wanted to retain the metric bolt, which you kind of should and want to, if you go with these, because unless you remount the middle of the rod end, which makes it horribly difficult. If you ever have to replace parts, you need a 16 or 18mm bolt. So I ordered M18 bolts offline because I didn't want to go through the trouble of getting new rod ends, and obviously drilled my holes out on my mounts up and down, to do that. The ride is so much better than it was before. I don't have my old track bar here, but when it was in there and the bushings were even remotely good, the rubber bushings, they're press-in bushings, it was sloppy, and with this truck having lift on it, it liked to move back and forth. This track bar, I can say, is pretty damn sturdy. It took a minute to get used to because of the slop's gone in that, but it's night and day. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to piece together what we have from that night. It was a Wednesday night, left on Friday night to go down to Siskiyou. I didn't want to go down there on the old track bar because it was a pain in the ass to drive. Plain and simple. This truck it probably doesn't look very high, but it catches me off guard every once in a while. It drives like hell with that stock track bar in there. I wanted to get the axle centered, wanted to make sure it was right, wanted to make sure it was happy before driving it that far. Let's get in the video and let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below, like the video. We have a lot of stuff coming up, and yeah, I'm just really excited to get into things. All right, so as you saw, we got it done, got it put on, welded up and painted. This was one of those projects, and this was one of those nights where you just kind of hang out with your friends. So whatever comes out of this, but I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.